Alright, sports fans, that's going to be, I guess, maybe part 2 or part 17, whatever it is. Okay, let's look at sets and reps, things like that. You're looking at what a lot of people consider as high intensity training. It's what was perpetrated by Mike Mincer and Ellington Darden to some degree, in the mid to late 80s and early 90s. It's going really old school here, old school bad. If you picked up a Mike Mincer Heavy Duty on Amazon or at a used bookstore or something like that, and you read through all them antics and then finally found that consolidation routine, where you train once every 16 days or whatever that crap is, good luck. You better take a lot of steroids, because that's about the only way you're going to make it, and it's going to be 90% just what the steroids are going to do naturally to your body, and probably the other 10%, it's probably not even going to exist. So, get away from the idea of consolidation training. Get away from the idea of one set to failure is all you need, because it really isn't. I would say for most people, training 3 days a week and into 4 days a week is going to be ideal. Structuring your workout is a topic we can get by with here a little later, but you're going to be training, let's just say 4 days a week. You're going to break that body up into, you're not going to be doing necessarily whole body training. If you're going to do whole body training, if you're going to do full body training, that's what, I mentioned earlier, Dante Trudell would recommend. You better be on some gear, and you better be real smart about it. But for the most part, you're going to do 3 and 4 day a week training. You got to come up with some sort of a body part split that makes sense. I'm big on having a heavy day in the beginning of your upper body. Basically pushing and pulling, and then I just lied to you. Have a 1 day of pushing. Like a Monday is a pushing. A Tuesday is going to be a pulling, and then take a day off. And a Thursday is going to be a leg day, and that's all it's going to be. And then a Friday is going to be a push and pull upper body. And then it's going to be lighter and a higher repetition. And that is how I would typically structure. Now, that is not the perfect workout schedule by any means. That is not, don't get the idea. Please don't perpetrate that, that I said it, therefore it's the way it is, and anybody who disagrees with me is stupid. That is not what I'm trying to say. That is how I do it. Most of the time for most people. And so there you go. Take that to the bank and see what it gets you. For the high intensity side of it, you're probably looking at doing some very mild warm-ups just to get the joints loose, and kind of get a groove going. And then you're going to work up to a nice, working set of, let's say, something that 8 to 10 reps might get you to failure. And I'm talking about good form failure too, not like some kind of weird, staggering, last rep, uneven extension, dropping it on your head on the way down type of failure. I'm talking about where that last repetition is something that is truly your last repetition, and that kind of knowledge only comes with time. That is not something that beginners understand. They think they understand it. I thought I understood it, but it's something that your average beginner, not even any beginner, not even your average, even your atypical beginner does not understand. But that last rep needs to be pretty much that last rep. And then what you would typically do is, let's say in the case of an overhead press, you knock yourself out, 8 or 9 reps. That last one is truly the last one you're going to be able to get in good form. You're going to put that bar back in the rack. You're going to stand there, take a couple deep breaths, and 5 or 6 seconds later, you're going to bust out another 2 reps, and then you're going to put it back in the rack. And then, maybe 10, 15 seconds later, you're going to bust out 1, maybe 2 reps. And you're kind of going to gauge that. You're going to look, individually, workout to workout, lift to lift in each workout, what you can do and what you can do. That last, that second set of rest pause is what that is. You might just tell, hey, I can continue to do this for another couple of sets because I'm just feeling that way today. Or you may feel like, I got to lay it down. This is it. Only you can judge that, only you can gauge that. That does not come on a piece of paper. It's not an Excel spreadsheet. It's not a, something that, we got to figure out, 6 months ahead of time what we're going to do. It's purely an experiential thing, but you got to be honest with yourself. So let's just say that we did that. We did that overhead press. We got out that set of 8. We busted out, 2, 3. Rest pause. We got 2 reps, and then 1 rep, and then we lay it down. At that point in time, we're going to move relatively quickly over to, let's say, a close grip bench press, and we're going to go light this time. Not light. We're going to go, medium. We're not going to do the same thing we just did on the overhead press. We're going to take that close grip bench press, and we're going to try to bust out a weight that's going to allow us to get 12 to 15 reps to a failure. That last rep sort of failure. You're probably going to want a spotter. You're going to want to be in a rack. You're going to want to take care of yourself. But we're looking at something where we can get 12, 15 reps. It's going to give us a nice big pump, and pump is important. It's also going to work, some strength. And maybe we're not going to get any force reps this time, but maybe from there we're going to jump into maybe doing some push-ups, trying to bust out 2 or 3 sets of push-ups, trying to reach whatever we can get out of that, maybe 30 or 40 push-ups in 3 or 4 sets. And then we may want to do at that point in time, if we still got some gas left, maybe we go back into the rack and do behind the neck press, very light, or maybe do some press downs. I would actually prefer in this case that we did some behind the neck press for 1 or 2 sets of 8 or 10. And we're not looking for failure at all on this. This is strictly pumping. I don't, quit while you're ahead on this. Leave some in the bank. You've already done, all the head busting you need to do for your shoulders and your chest by this time. There's really no point in doing it anymore. But it is nice to get that last little pump out. So there you go. There's your overhead press / triceps / chest workout done in probably 8 to 10 sets. I didn't even count them. You can count them out yourself. And not a whole lot of sets, but a whole lot of intensity. And that would take care of it. And I tell you what, you could probably do all of that. If you weren't fooling around and the gym wasn't too crowded around you. That's 30 minutes, man. 30, 35 minutes, if even that. So there you go, man. We'll talk to you later. Bye.